Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We just landed in New Zealand yesterday, and our first stop is the Bay of Plenty on the North Island.
We're going to be exploring this area for the next 6 days, and we have a ton of insanely cool activities planned. We're working with the local tourism board here. We can't wait to show you around.
Alright guys, first order of business, first day in New Zealand, skydiving with Skydive Tauranga.
What a way to arrive in New Zealand.
We are so excited. We haven't been skydiving for about 10 years. The nerves are definitely a little bit higher than they were the first few times when we were like 18.
Very much higher.
Yeah. But we've heard really good things about this company, and we're really excited to get in there. Get up there. Get out there. Let's go. All right, harnessed up. You feeling ready?
Ready. Ready to stop everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done. You did awesome.
That was awesome.
You do it again?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what I want to hear. Hey, thank you so much. Well done.
We just got back from our skydiving, and it was an awesome experience. The guys there were super chill, and
yeah, really good. Like everything was very calm. Everybody was amazing.
unfortunately, we were a bit of a problem.
We were a bit of a problem.
We got in the plane, got up to altitude, and right after we jumped, I got a nosebleed, which was just the absolute worst timing. Like, top times you do not want to get a nosebleed. That's one of them. So I got down to the bottom of my face. It's just like covered in dried blood, which was just lovely. I felt so bad for the guy I was jumping with.
Well, that's a lot of blood too, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, put it in on an actually fine. Thanks, buddy. Hope you had a good time apart from that, eh?
He was a champ about it. Everybody was very sweet about it. Obviously, like, nothing anyone could do about it, but just super unfortunate.
Other than that, it was amazing. It was so good. We just checked in to our campground for the night. The campground we're staying at is called Tasman Holiday Park, and it's on Papamoa Beach.
10 out of 10 would recommend. We've been here for 10 minutes, but we're pretty pumped about it.
This might be the nicest campground we've ever stayed at.
Like, actually. This is the view from our campsite. It is just like spectacular.
And this is the beach that we get to look out at. So we decided to come down for a little walk and explore, and we have like a pool. There is, honestly, it's like a little mini resort. It looks so nice.
Okay, so after checking in, we drove to the parking lot for Mount Mauao. It's one of the most famous hikes here. So beautiful, pretty short, and we're pretty excited to see the views from the top.
The hike is 250 meters and 6.5 kilometers, although there's a ton of trails around this park, and they're very busy, but they're also really beautiful. So this is one of the most popular things to do when you visit the Bay of Plenty, and we're stoked to see the top.
Okay, made it to the top.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. This
Beautiful
view is, yeah, it's insane. There are a lot of different options that are steeper and shorter or longer and easier. We took the hardest, steepest option to the top, and it was only about 2 kilometers with 220 meters of elevation gain. So it's actually shorter than expected.
The hardest part was the heat and the humidity for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Finished the hike. We're on the way back to the van and we are starving. So it's time to get some dinner.
That's all you need.
But we just had dinner at Roxie's Cantina and it was really good. We're unsure if it's called Rosies or Roxie's Cantina because it kind of comes up as both on Google. But
And the receipt. The receipt has both names. So Rosie's, Roxies, whatever you want to call it.
either way, good food. There are a ton of restaurants down here though too. But now we are doing a sauna with the Sauna Project, and it's really unique. This company has a bunch of little portable saunas and they drop them in different locations. There's one here at Pilot Bay Beach, which is gorgeous. The sun's setting right now and we can see the mount in the background, and yeah, we're stoked. So we have like an hour.
Yeah, where we can just like go from the sauna
Into
into
the
the
ocean.
ocean, back into the sauna. So it's
gonna
pretty
be
stoked to
perfect.
check it out.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
We woke up 5:25 this morning. I know, slow clap. I know, you guys are giving it. Well worth it. I was honestly hoping that I was gonna look outside and it was gonna be cloudy and we were gonna go back to bed. But I looked outside and it was clear and it was beautiful. So we got
Yeah, like it's
one heck of a sunrise. Yeah. And then we came back to bed after.
Had a little nap.
Yeah, chilled for a little bit, but now we are getting ready to go get some breakfast and we're going to be going on the dolphin tour today.
Okay, we just stopped for breakfast at a place called Gather right across the street from where we are staying. And we're so excited. We got coffee and some food to go. We're definitely going back tomorrow. It looks so good. They have so many gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan options, which is quite nice for me. And yeah, got some breakfast and some lunch for our dolphin tour.
Dolphins, here we come.
Oh my gosh,
Wow, guys, there are hundreds of dolphins around us. All out in the horizon and also right in front of us.
Okay, so we just finished up with Dolphin Seafaris. That was such a cool experience. We would highly recommend it if you are visiting the Bay of Plenty. They are actually one of only 2 companies with a special permit from the council that is able to go out and let people in the water with the dolphins. We didn't get a chance to swim with them today just because the dolphins weren't super interested in hanging around us, and it's actually super respectable because they don't chase the dolphins around and kind of pressure them into swimming with people if they're not into it. We just don't swim with them, which is good. Such a cool experience, but we saw so many dolphins, guys.
So
It was
many
such a
dolphins,
cool,
yeah.
such a cool day.
Playing in the wake in front of the boat.
Saw babies, so many
Saw
babies.
babies.
Yeah.
That little baby's joined us again, just on the bow.
Now, for our afternoon adventure, we just arrived at Papamoa Hills Cultural Heritage Site, where we are going to do a little bit of a hike. It is hot.
It is hot.
And we are a little bit burnt from our dolphin safari. So I don't know how much time we're going to be in the sun, but we're going to try to make the most of it because it looks like a really beautiful park behind us.
Yeah.
made it.
Woo! 360 views up here. It's actually so beautiful.
Yeah, I was not expecting this at all.
No, it's funny because you kind of start like, I mean, it's beautiful, but in the hills, and then you come up and you have a view of like all of the farmland in the hills, but you also have a view of the ocean and the mountain.
It's a little windy though, as you can tell.
After our hike, we relaxed at Mount Saltwater Hot Pools, which are heated from a 600-meter underground bore. They have pools of all temperatures with a killer view of Mount Mauao. You can also reserve private pools here. We finished our day off with a fantastic dinner.
A little bit for the burn, a little bit for the soul.
Okay, so we got some kind of squid for David, pork and vegetable dumplings. We have chicken karaage ramen, which I've never had that combination, super excited about. And these are like fried potatoes. Very, very good. We're overtired. We are so tired. So it's about 8:30 and we are going to bed.
So ready for bed.
Yeah.
We got another huge day tomorrow, so
See you in the morning.
time to get these burnt faces to bed.
Yes!
All right, good morning, guys. We are on our way to McLaren Falls Park today. We checked out the Tasman Holiday Park, which is very sad, but we're on to the next accommodation tonight. And we got coffees from Gather. So we got about a 45-minute drive to the falls. This place is so cool. And there's no one else here. We just spent a little bit of time checking out McLaren Falls before we go into the park. This is like the first parking lot that you're gonna come to, and it's beautiful. Apparently the locals like to swim here, and I can see why, because there's lots of little pools that you could just hang out in on a hot summer day. Now me and Kaylee are having a little snack before our kayak tour that we are going on and super excited for. But this is from Gather, and it looks so good. How is it?
So good.
Oh, look at this. Brie and ham.
Okay, so we just finished up our kayak tour with Waimarino Tours. They were fantastic. There was actually only 4 of us. It was absolutely beautiful, so serene paddling through.
The canyon was insane.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And they have about 7 different tours. One thing that is very famous in this area is glowworms. So the canyon that we were paddling through at night, he said, like, you can't really see anything except for it just lights up with all of these glowworms. There are a ton of different walkways here. There's a lot of wildlife in this park.
Yeah, if you're into birds, we've seen some really amazing birds here.
Yeah. So many sweet little ducklings when we were paddling back.
The elusive Canada goose is here.
Although our guide said they were a little bit nicer here. They're really mean in Canada. They'll like hiss and chase people around. Apparently here they're more chill. I feel like everyone's more chill in New Zealand.
Yeah, warmer weather, nicer people.
Anyways, we are off to do a waterfall hike.
Yep.
Let's go.
This is one of the most popular things to do when we are researching the Bay of Plenty. And it's called Ōmanawa Falls. And it looks stunning. We are really excited to check it out. It looks like there's kind of a series of a bunch of trails and lookouts you can go to.
Yeah, this park is free to enter and the waterfall looks absolutely beautiful. So.
It was also just like a 15-minute drive from McLaren Falls Park. So if you're coming to this area, might as well hit up both. All right, so this is how we did the hike, and if we were to do it again, this is how we would do it. Started here, hiked all the way down, and then we took a right and went to this lookout. This is gonna be your best view of the waterfall. It's really high up, but out of the 3, it's the best. The one that looks like it's closest to the waterfall does not go down to the waterfall, and you can't see the waterfall. You can just see the blue pool So wouldn't recommend that because there's a lot of stairs to this one. There are a lot of steps on this hike. This first one that we went to last, it looks like they're building something that goes all the way down to the pool, but it's not finished construction yet. I have no idea when they're going to do it, but there's honestly not much of a view. There's a big cable going through the view as well. So wouldn't recommend that one. So if you're coming here and you want the best view, just hike to this one.
Worth it though?
Totally worth it. So beautiful.
Okay, so tonight we are staying at Redwood Farm. They have 2 different properties here, and it looks so beautiful, so let's go check it out.
We've stayed at some pretty incredible places over the past like 10 years of traveling, but this is definitely one of the top ones. This is just amazing. Morning. It's 6:30. We woke up and watched the sunrise, which was so beautiful. Yeah. And now we made some breakfast and some coffee, and we're gonna chill for a couple hours and enjoy the view until we gotta pack up and leave. But we are going on a jet boat tour, which I'm stoked for today. All right, we're all set for our jet boat tour and stoked. This is gonna be a blast.
Okay, that jet boat tour up the Rangitāiki River was incredible. Our guide was so much fun. We were going through white water. He taught us a little bit about the area, and it was just gorgeous.
Lots of wildlife, lots of birds.
Lots of birds.
Some big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blast.
So now, we're gonna go get some lunch.
Because we're starving.
We're starving. Always hungry.
This life of adventure. Gotta keep the fuel going.
We drove to the town of Fukutani to grab lunch at Gibbo's on the wharf, where we enjoyed fish and chips with a great view. This afternoon we are hiking Ngā Tapuwae o Toi, which means the footprints of Toi. There is a lot of cultural significance in this area, plus some really beautiful views. This hike is actually 16 to 18 kilometers long, so it is no joke, but you can choose to just hike sections of it, which we will do today.
This hike has some amazing views, but it is so hot and Kaylee and I are so tired. Still worth the views though. Sunset, sunrise, that would be the best time to do this if you're doing it during the summer months, because it is very exposed for a lot of it. Make sure to bring plenty of water and some good footwear, because you're gonna need it.
We began at Kaputarangi Lookout and hiked clockwise towards Otara Wairere Beach, which is known as the hidden jewel of the area. As an out and back hike, this was about 7 kilometers with 280 meters of elevation gain.
We made it to the beach.
Woo! It is so beautiful here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Such a nice swim. It's such a beautiful beach and there's barely anyone here. Now we are going to make the hike back, check in to our next holiday park. It is called the Ohope Beach Top 10 Holiday Park, and then probably have a shower and go for dinner.
This campground literally has the nicest facilities I've ever seen at any campground. The kitchen has toasters, ovens, fridge, super nice sinks, The showers, saunas, hot tubs, pool, like a bouncy thing for kids. It's perfect for families. Just so nice. So would highly recommend it if you are coming to Ohope for a camping trip. Kaylee picked the restaurant tonight. It is Mexican and the place is called Cadera. Good morning, guys. This is the 5th day that we are exploring the Bay of Plenty, and we have a RiverBug tour today, which is very exciting. But first, we're gonna head to Moxi's Cafe.
That potato is really good. I haven't tried it yet. Very good.
What's it called?
The Nut Job Smoothie Bowl. Would recommend.
So the RiverBugs are kind of like rafting, except you have your own individual raft. So you're not packed into one boat, a bunch of people, paddles flying everywhere. It's just you. So it should be pretty peaceful, a little bit different from yesterday doing the jet boat tour. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We just wrapped up our RiverBug tour. So much fun.
Yes, that was such a fun way to spend the morning. So everybody gets their own individual little bug, and then you go through some pretty fun rapids in them.
Yeah, you have flippers, you have like webbed gloves. The gear is awesome. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Comfortable the whole time.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was so peaceful. It was actually the same river that we did yesterday with our jet boat tour. It's just a bit of a different experience. This was a little bit more peaceful. We could kind of get up close, go a little bit slower.
Yeah.
And for our last afternoon, we went surfing. We're both still beginners, but had a great time catching a few waves and playing around in the water. Okay, we just went surfing at West End. It was awesome. That is kind of the surf spot in this area. So if you're looking for a good place to go, there is a surfboard rental right on the beach, which is great. Finally, we had dinner at Fisherman's Wharf. The food was absolutely amazing. The service was incredible, and it had great views out over the water.
We hope you guys enjoyed our video about the Bay of Plenty. We've loved our time here, and hopefully we'll come back again one day. Be sure to check out our New Zealand travel guide. We'll link that in the description as well. It has everything you need to know for planning a trip and visiting.
And we will see you next week.
See you in the next one.